Hey, everybody. How are you? I'm Shemaine Nugent, and I want to tell you who's going to be on my show this week on Faith and Freedom. You are not going to want to miss it. I know I say this often, but literally, you have to watch this weekend show. I'm going to tell you who's going to be on in just a minute. I want to make sure you guys can hear me and see me, and all is well with the world. Yeah, we're going to be waiting for quite a while for that. But please let me know when you join in, where in the world you are watching from, as I always love to see people from, of course, different states, but even different countries. We've had people from Australia and Africa and Finland and Canada and almost every state. So I love seeing that. I love watching people jumping in, and also let me know which platform you are watching on. That's cool. Okay. Hey, Gary. Gary says loud and clear. That's awesome. Okay, and I didn't make sure I hooked up my microphone. Nope. All right, Gary, testing 1, 2, 3. Well, I was going to make sure this microphone is hooked up, but it's not. So as long as you guys can hear me, I will move this out of the way. Okay, Yuma. I went to Yuba City, California, not Yuma, Arizona, right? Okay, well, thank you for being here, Gary. I'm so glad that you're here, and everybody else joining in. I want to tell you who's going to be on my Faith and Freedom show this Sunday. And you can watch it also on Rumble. I know a lot of people don't go to realamericasvoice.com. Not a lot. There's some that watch it on Rumble, but my whole show airs on Rumble every Sunday too. So you can watch it there. And you can also go back and watch my previous shows. And I've had so many different people, from Kirk Cameron, Charlie Kirk, Don Trump Jr., actors and pastors, Pastor Anthony Thomas, Lucas Miles, and Pastor Ben Graham, so many great people on lots of different topics. But I'm going to wait just a minute, and I'm going to tell you who's going to be on this week, because it's kind of a once in a lifetime thing, I think, actually. And I'm very excited about it. You know, this platform that I'm on right now, Facebook and Rumble and YouTube, and also LinkedIn. Shout out to LinkedIn. I don't go on there much, but I'm so grateful to have this connection. And after being hacked on Facebook, it makes me realize, you know, this is an incredible opportunity, incredible blessing to be able to have this communication, but not if you're hacked. Not if somebody just goes in and steals all your information, you know? Hey, Don, see? Classes help. I'm so happy you got your Facebook back. I want to know also, while we're waiting a minute for more people to jump in, have you been hacked? Everybody I know either has been hacked or knows somebody who's been hacked. North Carolina, thank you so much for being here. Gary from Yuma, and it's Terry. Thank you, Terry. So this week, I'm gonna cut to the chase right now. This week on Faith and Freedom, I get somebody really special, and we've been working on getting this person for quite a while, and schedules just didn't link up. But we met this person. I'm going to tell you who it is in just a minute. At Mar-a-Lago recently, February 18th, actually, when Ted was given an award, the Patriot Award. And we met so many people, from Mike Tyson, Gary Brecka. We're trying to get Gary. Gary said he would come. It's honestly getting schedules together. And we finally got this person on, and we actually, Ted and I taped, and I'm going to tell you who it is. Yeah, if Meta doesn't like the message, I agree, Gary. Hey, Pirate 1492. Hey, that's very interesting. So our guest, Ted and I interviewed actor, comedian, and truth teller Russell Brand. And I got to tell you, it wasn't just an interview. It felt like a conversation that was real and raw. And you'll be able to see that during the interview. So Ted and I had the interview yesterday, and it's going to be on both of our shows. But I also include a take on my show on Sunday that you're not going to see on Ted's. And I feel like I'm not going to say, because Ted and Russell are like two peas in a pod. Like Russell could just talk, and Ted's like that too. They're both very eloquent, very intelligent, and I do feel like I really had a deep connection with Russell about faith. If you've noticed his journey, he has walked away from Hollywood. In fact, I asked him about that, and he clearly said, I asked if there was any backlash from him, becoming a Christian and walking away from the Hollywood scene. And he very clearly said, I'm not in that industry anymore. So it wasn't like anything mean or anything. He was very clear. We also talk about hunting, and invited him and his family to come to our ranch sometime. And he said he'd actually be interested. He didn't know. This is what most people say when we talk about hunting, especially if you eat meat all the time. Well, I don't know if I could be the one to pull a trigger. You're however much ground beef or whatever kind of meat that it is that you buy, you are paying somebody to do the killing for you. So as hunters, we're just more honest about it. It's not easy taking a life. And I get into that, a little bit of that with Russell, and so does Ted, obviously, but not to sidetrack the conversation, just about hunting. He's real and honest, and it's raw. And he talks about his background and his history, and he's had a tough life. He's gone through a lot. But back to hunting, he said he would be open to it because he used to be a vegan, and now he's not. Now he eats meat. So, but what really stuck with me most about Russell is his love for Jesus, and he's very clear about that. And I really feel like it's very sincere. And also his knowledge, guys, of American history. I think if you've ever heard him speak, he has a greater knowledge of American history than most people do. And I'm very stunned and astounded, but it's refreshing to hear that. So this is a different side of Russell Brand that you'll never see, or you may not see, but you'll get a glimpse of that conversation. Ted and I are both going to have social media prompts. I'm on Instagram a lot, and we're going to send you, before this weekend, we will put out some clips, some snippets of our conversations with Russell. And I hope you tune in to my Faith and Freedom show on Sunday, 10 a.m. on Rumble and on RealAmericasVoice.com. Hello, Kevin from Omaha. How are you? Yes, I do believe, Tina, he's born again. He got baptized, and he talked about that. And I asked him, what was the thing that changed his mind, and what led him to Christ? What was his testimony? So I got goosebumps, and I hope they put this in there. This is something that Ted talked about when we were with Russell at Mar-a-Lago. Ted would be talking about something passionate, and he's like, I got goosebumps. So Russell, it was between segments, but I hope they put it in there. Russell, he's got a British accent, but he did it in kind of a Ted Nugent voice. He's like, I got goosebumps. So I did just get goosebumps when he talked about being baptized, and talked about some health issues that his son has and had, and some things that are going on in his life. So it's a real raw conversation, and it's one of those things. It was yesterday, and I'm still thinking about it. Like, there's so much. This is an interview that you're going to want to watch a couple of times. He is so eloquent, and he and Ted together are so eloquent and so real and raw. I'm really happy with it. I'm really excited to share this with you. So I hope you join me on Real America's Voice or Rumble, Sunday morning, 10 a.m. Eastern time. And, guys, this is an important conversation to be having right now because of everything that's going on in the world. I really do believe this is a spiritual war. And I'm going to get into some more topics about what President Trump is doing in other lives that we'll be doing. Tina says, I want to hunt with Russell. Wouldn't that be great? Can you imagine a hunt with Ted and Russell? Oh my goodness. Happy back on. Oh, that's fun. That would be great. Nice to see you from Orlando. Thanks for being here. Okay, so the other guest that I have, because Russell took up 2 segments, 2.5 actually. The other guest that I have, you're not going to want to miss either, because this is a gal who was on MasterChef, and she was the very first winner. She was at 22. And her name is Whitney Miller, and she started a new company that's very near and dear to my heart because she makes cookies. And I remember when I have people that reach out to me and to my team and say, would you like to, this person would like to be on your show or advertise with you. I got to try everything. And I'm very particular. Those of you who know me know about ingredients. And I'm like, and plus the taste. I got to try the cookies. So Whitney sent me a box of cookies, and I will say they're phenomenal. They are very good and all natural, all organic ingredients. So I'm really excited about that. But Whitney's cookies, you're going to get a 10% discount too. So it would make a great gift. But so Whitney's going to be on. Also, Russell Brand, for those of you who are just joining me, Russell Brand's going to be on my show, Faith and Freedom, this Sunday on Real America's Voice, or you can watch it on Rumble. And the funny pet video that I think I've ever had, like every time I watch this, I watch them and I send like bulk funny pet videos to my producers. So I don't always know which ones they're going to pick, because I send them, I don't know. If you go to my Instagram stories, you'll be able to notice when I can't sleep, because I think it was like 11 or 12 last night. I'm posting funny pet videos. That's when I can't sleep. On my stories, I'll post them. But I'll also send those to my producers. And this week, I was almost in tears, just crying, laughing. It was so funny. Okay. Taylor, Michigan, my old stomping grounds. Thank you for being here. I'm from the Mount Clemens area, but went to L'Anse Creuse and then Utica Eisenhower, graduated from Eisenhower, also went to Central Michigan University, graduated from Wayne State University on 8 Mile Road. Hey, Tim, thank you so much for being here. All right, guys, share this and share my show, Faith and Freedom. Mark your calendars. Please watch on Rumble. And I promise you won't regret it. It's going to be so much fun. All right, guys, have a great day. Make it a great day. Do something healthy and happy for you today. Go grab one of my books, Killer House and Abundantly Well, both on Amazon. All right, everybody, have a great day.